Hello my dear students, welcome to Rishikul Online School. Let's continue chapter 2 of history, that is from hunting gathering to growing food. Dear students, this is the third module of this chapter, and in this module we shall study about the Neolithic period in which early people started a settled life. So let's start. Dear students, archaeologists have found traces of huts or houses at some sites. For example, in Burzahom, people built pit houses which were dug into the ground with steps leading into them. These may have provided shelter in cold weather. Archaeologists have also found cooking hearths both inside and outside the huts, which suggest that depending on the weather, people could cook food either indoors or outdoors. Some stone tools have been found from many sites as well. Many of these are different from the earlier Paleolithic tools, and that is why they are called Neolithic tools. Dear students, in Paleolithic age, simple shaped stone tools like cutters and hand axes were used, while in Neolithic age, more advanced shapes, tools like bows, arrows, and harpoons were used. The Neolithic tools were polished to give a fine cutting edge, and mortars and pestles used for grinding grain and other plant produce. Many kinds of earthen pots have also been found, sometimes decorated, that were used for storing things. Pots were used for cooking food like rice, wheat, and lentils. Dear students, in this age, they began weaving cloth by using different kinds of materials. Let's talk about invention of wheel, which was the great discovery of early men. Dear students, with the thought of rounded shaped object can roll more easily on Earth's surface. Thus it was the first time when an idea of wheel came in existence. Early human got idea to use wide stem of the trees as a wheel. This was a revolution in early man's life. Now they could easily make wheels with holes inside for joining the two. Later they made cart that could be carried by a bullock. Thus invention of wheel had changed the early man's life entirely. Now a question arises, what about other customs and practices? Dear students, many of these farmers and herders lived in groups called tribes and followed certain practices that may have existed earlier. Let's talk about a Neolithic site, Mahargarh. Dear students, Mahargarh, it was located in a fertile plain near the Bolan Pass, which is one of the most important routes into Iran. It is one of the earliest villages that we know about. One of the places where women and men learned to grow barley and wheat and rear sheep and goats for the first time in this area. Bones of animals like deer, pig, sheep, goat, cattle were also found. Other finds at Mahargarh include remains of square or rectangular houses. Each house had 4 or more compartments, some of which may have been used for storage. Dear students, when people die, their relatives and friends generally pay respect to them. People look after them, perhaps in the belief that there is some form of life after death. Burial is one such arrangement. Several burial sites have been found at Mahargarh. In some cases, the dead person was buried with goats, sheep, which were probably meant to serve as food in the next world. So, my dear students, that was all about this chapter. Thank you.